Combs, the judge postponing the last phase of the process until Monday.
He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough.
So literally just leaving the federal courthouse, lots happened today. The big thing is there is still no juror.
The air crackles with unanswered questions as Diddy's trial faces an unexpected stall. Witnesses vanish into thin air, and jurors, once ready to serve, now tremble at the prospect of delivering judgment. What unseen force casts such a long shadow over the proceedings? Whispers suggest Diddy himself is reaching out, a desperate attempt to silence those who might speak against him. Even his former bodyguard, once a close confidant, now finds himself targeted for daring to share his truth. And at the heart of it all, Cassie, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, stands poised to testify this very week, a pivotal moment that has reportedly led to concerns for her safety, perhaps even necessitating witness protection. But where is witness number 3 gone?
Jury in the Sean Diddy Combs case almost complete. Prosecutors are preparing for opening arguments on Monday, but they admit there's a snag. One of their key witnesses against the rapper appears to have gone missing. This comes as we learn that Combs' ex-girlfriend, who was seen on video being assaulted by the rapper, is pregnant. Here's Les Trent.
Is a key witness in the Sean Diddy Combs trial backing out? Victim number 3, as she's called, was set to testify against the music mogul. The name of victim number 3 was going to be revealed when she took the stand, but the woman has apparently gone missing, and prosecutors say they've been unable to reach her.
People just get nervous, and this person could just be nervous and just has had second thoughts.
If the prosecutor can't find this witness, how might it affect the case?
Look, I don't think it's going to have a tremendous effect. The prosecution is going to call a number of alleged victims. So look, this is just one less.
Someone else is also getting cold feet. A juror sent an email to the judge asking to be removed from the panel for issues of personal well-being.
Swallowed by the silence surrounding this case, and what makes ordinary citizens chosen for jury duty so afraid to speak truth to power, the selection of a jury for the Sean Diddy Combs trial seemed to be nearing its conclusion, the stage set for opening arguments just days away. Yet, a sudden snag has thrown a wrench into the prosecution's plans. A key witness, someone crucial to their case against the famed rapper, has seemingly vanished. This unsettling development coincides with the news that Combs' ex-girlfriend, the woman chillingly captured on video being assaulted by him, is reportedly pregnant. Identified only as victim number 3, this individual was slated to take the stand, her testimony anticipated to be a significant blow to the defense. Her name was to be revealed in the courtroom, a moment of truth. But now, an ominous silence hangs in the air as prosecutors confess their inability to locate her. The weight of the situation is palpable.
News came out that his former bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Dunn 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy.
She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough.
You didn't tell me about that. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
Now I got a phone call from Kirk Burrows. And Kirk Burrows, and I ain't gonna even give this guy no play. Not Kirk Burrows, but one of the Puff dudes that I know that's real close to him said, Kirk told me, yo, he wanna reach out to you, Gene. He wanna speak to you. I said, speak to me for what? What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. But Kirk Burrows did say to me that the dude said enough is enough. When do it becomes enough? This is relayed to me by Kirk Burrows. This guy is like this with Diddy. You seen him on Drink Champs with him. You seen him walking the streets in Miami with him, the whole 9 yards. So I'm saying to him, what does he want to talk to me for? He ain't got nothing to say to me. He said, yo, Gene, he said enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough to what? And I told Kirk Burrows, yo, if he want to I said, he don't want to talk to me for himself. He wants to talk to me for Diddy. And I ain't got nothing to say to him. He ain't said enough to Wolf mother when he cursed her out and told her all kinds of shit. Did he say enough to Big's mother? What do you mean enough is enough? And that's how that conversation went.
How did you feel about it after you were done?
I felt that, like, cause they must have got at Kirk Burrows, cause Kirk called me with the bullshit. Yo, you gotta fix that. You know this, man. God, excuse me. Listen here, bro. I don't care nothing about none of these industry cats and what they do and how they do it. That's their business. You understand? I don't tell a man how to screw his wife and how to spend his money. You don't tell me what I gotta do with my time. Point blank.
Do you feel like at some point Diddy could try to come after you or do something, being that he's went after a lot of people, he's did a lot of stuff, as you know about.
Cam, let me tell you something, man. If I worried about what somebody would do for me, I wouldn't be the man.
The implications for the trial undeniable. Could this simply be a case of nerves, a witness overwhelmed by the gravity of the situation and having second thoughts? Or does a more sinister explanation lurk beneath the surface? While some legal experts suggest the prosecution's case, built upon the testimonies of multiple alleged victims, might withstand the absence of one witness, the timing and circumstances of this disappearance cast a troubling shadow. Adding to the disquiet, another crack has appeared in the foundation of the trial. A juror, entrusted with the responsibility of impartial judgment, has sent a direct plea to the judge, requesting to be excused from the panel. The reason cited? Issues of personal well-being. This vague yet deeply concerning statement fuels speculation. What could prompt a juror to withdraw at such a critical juncture, citing personal safety? The confluence of a missing witness and a frightened juror paints a picture of a trial shrouded in an atmosphere of fear and potential intimidation. As prosecutors grapple with the vanishing act of victim number 3, unsubstantiated reports begin to circulate, whispers linking Diddy directly to this alleged disappearance. This narrative aligns with a growing perception of the music mogul as someone who actively pursues those who dare to speak out against him. The memory of Diddy's alleged attempts to contact and even intimidate witnesses from behind prison walls further fuels these suspicions. Legal analysts examining these developments point to a potentially textbook case of witness tampering, should the prosecutor's claims hold true. The aim, it appears, could be twofold: to instill fear in potential witnesses, deterring them from testifying against Combs, or to actively solicit statements in his defense. Disturbingly, allegations have surfaced suggesting instances where Diddy may have essentially dictated or drafted statements for individuals, aiming to rebut accusations leveled against him in a civil case. The gravity of witness tampering cannot be overstated, striking at the very heart of the justice system. While Sean Combs maintains his innocence, the accusations he faces are undeniably severe, painting a grim picture of alleged abuse and manipulation. The legal process will undoubtedly continue its course, striving to uncover the truth amidst the swirling vortex of allegations and disappearances. Adding another layer of unsettling detail to the unfolding saga is a story that emerged from the New York Post just weeks prior. The headline itself is jarring. Woman claims she saw minors dressed as Harajuku Barbies at Sean Diddy Combs' FreakOFF parties. This account resurfaces a description Diddy himself allegedly gave to Conan O'Brien years ago, painting a picture of sex-fueled parties involving individuals initially mistaken for little people dressed as Japanese Barbies. The woman who spoke to TMZ for a documentary claims that her initial confusion led to the horrifying realization that these might have been children dressed in sexually suggestive attire. While this remains an unverified account from a single source, its resurfacing in the context of the current investigations adds a disturbing dimension to the allegations surrounding Diddy's private life. The details, if true, are undeniably grotesque and further fuel the already intense scrutiny. Adding concrete weight to the allegations of witness interference are call records reportedly obtained from the Metropolitan Detention Center, where Diddy was previously held. These records allegedly reveal a pattern of Diddy attempting to buy the silence of his accusers. In one particularly alarming instance, the records purportedly show Diddy contacting a victim a staggering 200 times, an unrelenting barrage aimed at intimidation and bribery. The alleged methods employed were also reportedly designed to circumvent monitoring, with Diddy allegedly calling family members and then instructing them to add a victim or witness to the call, effectively masking the direct communication. Further corroboration of these tactics comes from Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, who claims to have received a direct message from Diddy himself, demanding that he cease speaking about him, stating that enough is enough. Gene Deal's perspective offers a chilling glimpse into the alleged inner circle and the climate of fear and control Diddy purportedly cultivated. He recounts a phone call he received, not directly from Diddy, but relayed through an associate close to the music mogul. The message was clear: Diddy wanted him to stop talking. Deal's response was defiant, questioning Diddy's audacity to declare enough is enough to those he allegedly harmed and those who supported them. His refusal to be silenced underscores the courage of individuals willing to speak out despite potential repercussions. Deal's testimony takes an even darker turn as he recounts first-hand experiences during his time with Diddy. He alleges witnessing instances of drink spiking at parties, recalling a terrifying night where his girlfriend became ill after consuming champagne at a New Year's Eve celebration. His frantic search for her led him to find her unconscious in a car, a chilling incident that solidified his growing unease with Diddy's behavior. For Gene Deal, these weren't isolated incidents. He speaks of a broader pattern of behavior, a disregard for the well-being of those around Diddy. He recounts a specific instance where he warned Diddy about the dangerous overcrowding at a party, predicting potential fatalities if nothing was done. Tragically, his premonition seemingly came true, with Deal stating that 9 people ultimately died that night. Strikingly, Gene Deal stands apart from many within Diddy's orbit as someone who never signed a non-disclosure agreement, NDA. This refusal to be bound by silence has allowed him to reveal what he claims are Diddy's secrets, offering a rare and unfiltered perspective. He further alleges that Diddy routinely made participants at his FreakOFF parties sign NDAs, a deliberate attempt to prevent any potential leaks or accusations. The scope of this alleged control extends even further, with Deal claiming that women working for Diddy and Bad Boy Entertainment were essentially being pimped out to other record company executives, a shocking accusation that underscores the alleged abuse of power. The specter of legal repercussions now looms large over Diddy. With jury selection nearing completion, the weight of the impending trial appears to be pressing down on him. Sources suggest a growing desperation, a resort to tactics that further deepen the surrounding controversy. Adding another layer of intrigue is the revelation that jurors were presented with a list of over 100 names, individuals, and entities that might be referenced during the trial. This list included prominent figures like Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and Kanye West, none of whom are implicated in the case itself. The purpose of this inclusion remains shrouded in mystery, prompting widespread speculation. Were these names intended to gauge potential juror bias, or do they hint at a broader network of individuals connected to Diddy's alleged activities? Even Robert Downey Jr.'s name surfaced briefly, linked to a prospective juror's high school acquaintance, highlighting the tangential connections being explored. While Downey Jr. reportedly never attended Diddy's infamous parties, his acknowledged acquaintance with the mogul adds another thread to the complex web, as some of Diddy's high-profile acquaintances find themselves unexpectedly drawn into the periphery of the legal proceedings. Others appear to be distancing themselves. The potential for a significant backlash seems to be prompting a strategic retreat from the spotlight for some. Adding fuel to this speculation is the reported plea deal allegedly offered to Diddy, snitch on his alleged criminal associates in exchange for leniency. This possibility has understandably sent ripples of concern through those within his orbit. In a particularly notable development, Bishop T.D. Jakes, a spiritual advisor to presidents and a prominent religious figure, abruptly stepped down as lead pastor of the Potter's House megachurch in Dallas. This announcement came just days after the news of Diddy's potential plea deal broke, igniting a flurry of speculation within both the religious and secular communities. While Jake cited a desire to pass the leadership to a new generation and referenced a past medical incident, the timing of his departure has led many to question whether there might be a connection to the unfolding Diddy scandal. The potential ramifications of Diddy cooperating with authorities could extend far beyond his immediate circle. With witnesses seemingly at risk and jury selection thrown into disarray, Diddy's trial has been officially postponed. The need for federal protection for potential witnesses has become starkly apparent, a measure deemed necessary to shield them from those who might seek to silence them. The scene outside the federal courthouse was one of palpable tension, the delay underscoring the gravity of the situation. The judge, acknowledging the concerns about jurors potentially backing out, made the unusual decision to bring back a large pool of prospective jurors for further vetting. This cautious approach highlights the extraordinary pressures surrounding this case. The reasons for juror withdrawals have been varied, ranging from an overwhelming sense of pressure to the revelation of undisclosed conflicts of interest. The repeated delays underscore the challenges of assembling an impartial jury in such a high-profile and potentially volatile case, As the legal battles intensify, Diddy's defense team appears to be adopting increasingly unconventional strategies. In a stunning move, they have reportedly begun to shift blame onto Cassie Ventura, the very woman who has accused Diddy of horrific abuse. The defense now claims that Cassie was the aggressor in their relationship, portraying Diddy as merely acting in self-defense. This assertion has been met with widespread disbelief, particularly in light of the leaked video footage that appears to depict Diddy physically assaulting Cassie. This legal maneuver seems to be a desperate attempt to muddy the waters and undermine Cassie's credibility. Adding another layer of complexity is the reported claim by Diddy's lawyers that his actions should be mitigated due to the effects of drugs and alcohol on his mental state. They argue that his alleged intoxication impaired his judgment to such an extent that he should not be held fully responsible for his actions. This defense strategy, which reportedly includes the testimony of a medical expert, has been met with strong opposition from prosecutors, who argue against the notion of diminished responsibility in this context. Furthermore, prosecutors are also seeking to block the testimony of a forensic video expert who claims the infamous video of Diddy assaulting Cassie was altered, further highlighting the contentious nature of the evidence being presented. The mounting legal pressure appears to have taken a toll on Diddy's legal representation. His longtime lawyer and the prestigious law firm he had been associated with for over 2 decades have both severed ties. The stated reasons for these departures, particularly the cryptic reference to ethical obligations by his personal attorney, suggest a significant level of discomfort with Diddy's case and the evidence against him. The powerful entertainment law firm of Grubman Shire Mycela Sachs, representing A-list clients like Lady Gaga and Bruce Springsteen, also abruptly dropped Diddy. Rumors circulating suggest that Lady Gaga herself may have played a role in this decision, allegedly threatening to leave the firm unless they ceased representing Combs. This loss of such high-caliber legal representation speaks volumes about the perceived strength of the case against Diddy and the potential reputational damage associated with defending him. Faced with a shrinking legal team and mounting evidence, Diddy and his remaining attorneys are reportedly employing a strategy of challenging the very legality of the investigation. They are contesting the search warrants used to raid his Los Angeles and Miami homes, arguing that the applications were flawed and based on unreliable information. The defense is seeking to suppress all evidence seized during these raids, a move that could significantly impact the prosecution's case if successful. As jury selection officially commenced, the atmosphere in the federal courtroom was thick with anticipation. While no jurors were immediately selected, the initial proceedings offered a revealing glimpse into the defense's strategy and the complexities of the case. Diddy's demeanor in court, described as nervous, further underscored the gravity of the situation. The mention of prominent celebrity names during jury selection, even without any allegations of wrongdoing, continues to fuel speculation about the broader implications of this trial. In a final, dramatic move, Diddy's legal team is reportedly arguing that Cassie Ventura was a willing participant in the alleged drug-fueled sexual encounters referred to as FreakOFFs, directly contradicting the prosecution's narrative of coercion and abuse. This latest challenge, coming just months before the trial is set to begin, signals a no-holds-barred approach to Diddy's defense. As one of his attorneys, Anthony Rico, stated his inability to continue representing Combs due to unspecified reasons, the sense of a legal team under immense strain becomes palpable. From leaked tapes and silenced witnesses to a legal team seemingly grasping at straws, Diddy is engaged in a fierce battle to bury the truth. But with the world watching and more names being dragged into the harsh glare of the spotlight, the question is no longer whether the carefully constructed facade will crumble, but rather who will be caught in the inevitable fallout.